Alright guys, so it's Thursday evening, we're in the shop. We do got the rear end back up underneath the car there. You can see we still got to put the shocks on, drive shaft back in, rear end gear, put fluid in the rear end. Since the last video there has been a lot of work going on. We got a lot of video footage last night in the shop and yesterday while we was in the shop. I actually was able to take a day off from work yesterday, run over to Capitol, and I got some new axle tubes and replaced the axle tubes. And we got back home, went to Capitol, got new axle tubes, got back home, got the old ones pressed out, got the new ones pressed in. We got everything put back together late last night. Dallas was in, Maggie was inside, just keeping her out of the night air. Dallas was out here videoing. Like I said, we actually got a whole lot of video, a lot of footage, but somehow or another the stabilization on the camera got cut off, so it's very hard to watch. It's real shaky, so I doubt we post any of that footage. I doubt we even use any of it. So this will probably be the next video you guys see since the last video that was posted. So here we are, it's Thursday. We got one more tire we gotta get mounted up. We should be done with tires after that. And then still got to get the shocks back on the rear end. Like I said, got to get the drive shaft in, got to get rear gear in, got to put fluid in the rear end. Then I'm going to set it down on setup plates, measure everything, check everything out, double check it, make sure it's all right. And then if everything's good there, my plans are to go through it, put the new tires on it, set it down on the scales and see where we are percentage wise. It's been a little while since we've done that. Well, especially with the spec motor there. So, got a lot to do. Dallas is not here, she's at her mom's, Maggie's with her. So I'm not sure how much videoing I'll get done by myself. But I'll try to get as much as I can done and take you guys along for the way. I'm not sure when Dallas will be here. She said it'd probably be late when they got home. So, like I said, it's just me. My dad, he come in, and now he's sick today, so he's in the house. He won't be out here. But like I said, I'll get as much as I can done and try to video as much as I can. So I appreciate you guys watching. Stick around, and hopefully you enjoy it. All right, so the rear end is underneath the car. We got it up on jack stands for just a second. About to put the rear end open in the car. Schaefer's rear end dope, just like we run Schaefer's racing oil. That box there came off of our Amazon wish list. If you want to check all that stuff out to see about any more, it's still on the Amazon wish list. So we're gonna get the fluid in it. Once I get the fluid in it, I'm gonna set it down on the ground. I'm gonna set it down on the Hammond setup plates like you see right there. If you hadn't already got some Hammond setup plates, those things are a lifesaver. That right there was a quick, easy way to tell that our rear end was bent. If you in the market for some of those, reach out to us. We can get you some. We can get them through Mr. Dave at Hammond Motorsports, or if you need any questions or if you have any concerns, reach out to us. We'll be glad to help you out. As well, if you have any other questions, make sure you reach out to Mr. Dave. Dave's a great customer service. Everything's made in the USA, and he stands 100% behind everything he builds and sells. So check it out if you don't already know about it. But right now, we're gonna finish this up and hurry up and get it down on the ground while we're watching the Lucas Oil back there on Flow Racing. So we got it on the Hammond setup plates there. We got the notebook laying in the floor. We got the tie rods readjusted just a little bit to set the toe. Got it over there, right there. Simply just check the toe on the rear end to double check the new tubes. They're dead square. You can check it just like that. Then when it's on jack stands, you can rotate the Hammond plates 90 degrees and dead on the money. I think it's 62 and an 8, all 4 measurements. So dead square on the rear end now. The other night we was a quarter inch out of square. I don't know if we said that in the video the other night, but we was a 1/4 inch, which it's pretty big difference right there. So next step is to get it off the Hammond plates, get tires bolted on it, and get it setting down on the scales. And not sure if I'm gonna scale it tonight. I'll probably scale it tomorrow, but I'm gonna have it sitting here ready to be scaled. So I'll show you that in just a second. All right, so it's on the setup. It's not on the scales yet, but it's on the wooden pads that we built. We set it on the wooden pads. I don't really know if we've ever even videoed the scale process. We set them on this wooden pad here. Then we roll the car onto the scale pads here. Like you can see, we got one out. I've already got the weight in the seat that simulates my weight. Got some weight down there for some feet weight. We've done that before, and actually it pans out better to displace the weight in the seat versus just putting it all in one spot, because when you're sitting in the car, your weight's just not in one spot. It's distributed through the whole car. So that's how we found works best for us. Tomorrow, got to change the fuel regulator out. We found the fuel regulator is leaking fuel. It's been dripping as it's been sitting here. We thought we had an issue with that a couple weeks ago, and we took it apart, cleaned it all out, and put it back together, and we thought we had it fixed, but obviously when we adjusted the fuel pressure the other night, we didn't have it fixed, so it's still leaking. So we're going to get a new fuel regulator put on it, and then we're going to roll it on the scales, check our percentages and all, and see how close we are to our percentages from the original motor that we had back, what, 2 years ago now, back in 2021, I believe. So we're going, let's see, yeah, 2021. So we're going to try to get the car back to as close as we can get it back to the way it was in 2021 and go from there. I appreciate everybody watching. I'm not sure how much videoing's on here, so if we didn't have much, I'll finish videoing up tomorrow as we scale it up, and we'll just compile it all into one, and we'll send this video out Saturday before we go to the racetrack. Appreciate everybody watching. If you're going to be at the track this weekend, we'll have some merchandise with us. You can come down to the pits, pick it up. I believe we got t-shirts. I think there's a few hats. The hats that are being pre-ordered, the lady told Dallas that she's hoping to have them by next week. She said it's just taking a little bit longer than she expected as far as the embroidery process. So we're hoping to have the new hats in next week, but we'll keep you guys updated on that. You can check it out at berryapparelco.com. Okay guys, it's Friday morning. I've actually forgot about the camera. I'm sorry. I've been down here just trying to get it done and get ready. Me and Brandon's got it on the scales here. You can see there's our scale readouts and our numbers and all, and we're just trying to we're happy with the percentages. The percentages are back to where they was originally when we got this car with the original motor in it. We did have to add a little bit of lead and weight, so we're really heavy, but I think that's going to be more beneficial than what we've been doing. So now we're just kind of trying to play with some setup stuff, you know, like some adjustments that we commonly make. We're just trying to see what the scales are showing us when we make those adjustments, and that way we got a little bit of better understanding. I mean, we kind of know in the back of our mind what it's supposed to be doing or what it should be doing, but we're just trying to kind of confirm it with the scales. Kind of something a lot of people don't do anymore, you know, and us included. We don't really use the scales like we probably should. We just go to the spring smasher and call it good, but we're just trying to get that situated. Brandon's out in the trailer right now. He's mounted up that new tire that we got last night. We're going to do a little bit of work to it as far as cutting it and grooving it. Not a whole lot, but we're going to get that done, and we should be pretty close. I'm pretty happy with the numbers, and you know, so we're gonna see what she does tomorrow night, and appreciate you guys watching. I doubt we do any more video on today because we're pretty much just doing setup stuff that we don't normally put on video anyways. And then tomorrow we don't plan on doing much of anything other than just loading everything up. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks to everyone who helps us out: Warp Speed Performance Parts, KT Heat and Air, Fatdaddys Crew, Vinson Race Engine, Hammer Grading, Capital Race Cars, Gorsuch Performance, Brinn Transmission, Stop Tech Brakes, Allsouth Signs and Graphics by BB Designs. We'll catch you guys tomorrow night at Talladega Short Track. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, and comment button.